Hi to everybody. It is HAL 11,000 that speaks to you. I have been selected from Dr. Aldo Sacslei as narrating voice for the video that you are seeing. The ODC wanted a voice of a computer, and they had me. It is an honor to be able to read the text that the Dr. Emanuele Gabellini, Ambassador ODC, has written for this video. This is not a video of artist. This is not video art. The title is not a title of a film of Michael Moore and even of Roger Moore. What you see is only one impression of yours. What you listen to is not a voice, but one impression of yours. Despite this, to the source of this impression, there is the Dr. Emanuele Gabellini to make to flow the information in the way most confused possible. At the base of this concept, there could be a light call to the only movement that could be denominated artistic, Impressionism. We conceive in this moment a new impression that becomes expression. The expression is represented by 8 athletes, strong, that race for the 100 plain meters world final in the beautiful German plant, exactly in the city of Berlin. The interest around this event is tall, as people to assist live to this vast event, and as many to house in the respective cities, shed in the whole planet. The athlete, any both the discipline in which is ventured, it represents the sport, entirely the sport, at least this, for the greatest part of the human beings, just as the artist it would represent the art. We, of the ODC, have estranged there from this idea, approaching us how much possible to another. The idea that the great sporting event both one of the greatest attractions for the humanity, and that contains in it everything how much the man has succeeded in denominating under the categories and the undercategories of the conscience and the culture, till to reach the fulcrum of the representation, equivalent to the physical strength expressed by the athlete. Reaching the fantascientifico event taking back in the images that flow under my voice, we have remained impressed by colors and lights of consequential reflectors by every direction, from the various expressions appeared on the faces of the present public, from the magnificent German organization, from the innumerable flashes, from the eyes of the television cameras of the whole world, from the blue footstep, at last, from the competition. Usain Bolt, this is the name of the winning sprinter. The record man, 9 seconds, 50 cents and 8 milliseconds to cross 100 meters and to establish an unbelievable record of the world. It goes over the concept of sport and over the concept of art, but it doesn't need to find a new expression, a term that brings back together these two words. Because of words he treats. The word sport doesn't represent what the sprinter do, as the word art it doesn't represent what the artist do. If I were a critic, I would say that this is the greatest installation ever conceived. What are the institutional artistic installations, in comparison to what we have seen in these 100 meters? Nothing. Make to laugh. If I were a critic, I would not have words to describe what I have seen, since it was one impression of mine. The ODC brings aloft the gift of the impression, the only true thing that the man possesses, together with the invention. Invention and impression are the same thing. Without invention, we don't have impression, and vice versa. We don't have the gift to speaking. We don't have the gift to thinking. We don't have the gift to be conscious. The mountains are not made for being climbed. The sea is not made for being experienced. The sky is not made for being able to fly us. We are starting now to understand it. Many have been ignoring it from long time ago. Admitted that exists once. The only time that interests us really it is 9 seconds, 50 cents, 8 milliseconds. Has he been worth to record this video? What end will it do? Will see it someone? This is a question that would be done in many, first of all many artists. They would break the head to think a strategy to attract people, to attract compliments. Us of the ODC doesn't need this. We begin and we end where initiated are. We don't need visibility. Rather, we need ourselves, to know and to understand ourselves. The video here introduced is the attempt to know better us. Are we satisfied of what we have done? We answer us, yes. We are not deluded. We are perhaps disenchanted. Ours is an attempt of opening in the solid wall of the society, to try to understand that everything is connected and everything is disconnected if we admit that a society still exists. With this video, sport and art, they go together. They attract audience. They need a big organization and the contribution of the technology. During 900, many artists have tried to unite philosophical concepts and sporting histories. But these people were not followed. They remained always in the shade. They belong to a series of so-called matters of niche. Usain Bolt shows, however, us that the sport is changing. He is overcoming levels that draw near more to the science fiction than to the science. Thing tells us the anatomy, the study of the human body, in comparison to a character as Usain Bolt. In that category is put an athlete, an artist, a genius. We, of the ODC, have frankly remained surprised by his performance. We would never have thought that a human being could arrive, in so little time, to high level and to establish 2 records of the world in little time. We will make treasure of this experience to open the horizons of the mind. We don't aim to eliminate our limits, rather to eliminate the categories. The limits belong to a category, perhaps indelible. Allow us to thank Usain Bolt, that has allowed us to realize this video. Without him, we would not have really wiseacre whether to do. Thanks again.